Warning: the Atari Creep YouTube channel is intended for a mature audience. Regardless of the subject matter, this video may contain strong language, simulated violence, and lots of psychological nudity. Viewer discretion is advised. What's up, creepers and geekers? Chris, the Atari Creep. How is everyone doing today? We got another media update from the team over at Atari VCS. I'm going to stop calling it the VCS and go right back to Atari Box because I absolutely hate that they're using that name. I really do. You'll have to mind my tone. This is only my second cup of coffee. I got this email yesterday, and I chose not to speak upon it until this morning when I had some clarity in my mind. But some pretty interesting stuff comes out of this. So as always, I'll put the link to this article down below. We're just going to skim over it. This time I actually wrote down notes and highlighted stuff. Can you see that? I wrote down notes. There's nothing really too mind-blowing here. Just more of the same. But the link to it will be down below. I'm just going to skim over highlights in my world, what I think is important to speak upon. By all means, go read the article for yourself in full and take from it whatever it is that you need to take from it. So, I broke it down into sections. In the first little paragraph here, let me get it queued up for you so you can read along, children. They talk about the first 500 units, and they're really proud of their anniversaries. The first 500 Atari VCS production units are now ready to exit the factory by mid-June. Okay, so now, I shouldn't have said now, but they wrote the word now in there. So by mid-June, these first 500 units will not be going to you, who have already paid for it, but to all the cool folk that we spoke about in that last video. After a slight delay caused by rejected plastic parts, and we saw all that stuff too. Those are the units that need to go to testers and developers and stuff like that. Give them the scratch and dents. Why was there a delay on that? Just use what you have, you know. At this rate, what the fuck? But they go on to talk about they're really proud about their about Atari VCS hits the 2-year anniversary of its launch on Indiegogo. Right? Find it interesting. They're pretty proud. Proud enough to say that in bold letters. They don't mention it's been 3 years since they announced this stupid thing. And to go off topic a little bit, or to derail slightly, that's been my only real big gripe with them. Two main things. The first one is lack of communication, which we will talk about here in a little bit too, which is ironic. But also, I think they just blew their load. I think they were just kind of a two-pump chump. Now, regardless of whatever the product is that comes out, whether it's a quality product or it's a piece of shit, I think they should have waited. They should have waited a little bit longer. They got excited. They got an idea. They took that idea and made a rendering, and they came out and announced it before they had some time to actually work through things, get something concrete started. And I think that's been their number one downfall. And aside from that, I mean, I'm sure they could have done something great if they had just slowed down, kept their pants on just a little bit longer, played a little bit more foreplay in the background, and then when the time came, whip it out, fucking smash. But because of the way they did it, now they're fucking scrambling around trying to, make excuses for why they were only going for about 20 seconds. So, I don't know. But either way, so let's move on. It seems like the teams were out there looking for parts, replacement parts for stuff that they couldn't get. For the 11,597 patient Indiegogo backers. I don't know about you, and I'd love to hear from some Indiegogo backers without going, fuck you hate the VCS, or whatever. I want to hear your honest opinion. I want to hear how you feel about these delays and how long it's been taking to get your thing. If you're fine with it, I'm fine with it too. I may talk against it and say I would be angry, but that's not to deter how you feel. If you feel it's fine, you're okay, I want them to take their time. I don't mind getting it 8 years from now as long as it's a great product. I want to know. I really want to know how you feel about having to wait all this time. And it's been delayed more till December. So that's a video I never made on purpose. No specific dates are yet available for those folks, by the way. Not to jump right back into the water. But Atari will, of course, inform backers as soon as there's additional details. No, they won't. They will if they have stuff to send out. But as we both know, Atari's not the best at speaking. So let's see. The next section, what did I write? Oh, they're really proud about the events that they could have gone to. They do talk about the D-Cave event in New York City, which is the only really true public experience they've had showing this thing off. And I suppose if that's all you got, then why not keep talking about it? They also talk about, they had planned around numerous events, SXW, SW in Austin, whatever that is. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to know what that is. But E3, San Diego Comic-Con, PAX West in Seattle. They're hoping to or planning on doing all that stuff. But they need to send some of their units out to their test groups. And this is another, I put the words "why" right next to it. I'm thinking, this is something that was like last year. Test units should have already been in the hands of testers and test groups. This is an R&D thing that should have already been going on, but we digress. The next two sections talk about the home testing, Group A and Group B, which Group A has already had their hands on the thing. There are people who have been deliberately kept from having too much first-hand exposure to the Atari VCS. Nobody's had any first-hand exposure, unless, of course, you went to that one event, D-Cave in New York. But nobody's had it really any, except for some internal people, so I don't know what the fuck that means. But Team A, they're a bunch of cool cats up in New York City. Apparently they're responsible for the initial, you're the consumer, we're going to open the box and get it set up, start running games, and buying stuff from the eShop. And Team B, who have yet to receive their units, or maybe it's the same people, and they I don't know, they're the folks who are going to use it more like an entertainment system. They're going to do Netflix and Disney Plus and all that good stuff. Now, down below here, I probably should have moved this around, huh? My apologies. Down below, there are a series of videos, which we'll probably do in a separate video for this. We'll go through each one of these and nitpick them, or give them accolades. I haven't watched a single one of them yet. I know nothing about it. So we'll do that in separate videos to keep this one not too long. So please, I'll do that part 2 to that right after this, but I'll upload them separately. Maybe tomorrow we'll get that one. But they go on to say, please note, some PC mode gameplay was filmed using the Atari VCS that has been updated with additional RAM and storage. And I highlighted the fuck out of that. And I don't think that's cool. I'm okay with the test groups doing stuff like that. How is it going to perform when the average consumer upgrades theirs? But I don't think they should show demo of something that you're not going to get until later, saying, hey, this is what you're going to get. This is what you could have if you tinker around with this machine, which is its intended purpose. Maybe they do that in the videos. But if they're just showing use of this thing with upgraded RAM and storage, I'm saying fuck you to Atari. I'm not cool with that at all. So we didn't really get much here. We just know that the next 500 units are coming out by mid-June, and they're not going in the hands of anyone who's actually put money down on this thing. I don't know. This was kind of a la-di-da-di thing. I mean, they're telling us something. The shit's delayed until December. I bet you they're really proud about their June dates. June is when they announced it. June is when the Indiegogo came out. June is when these first 500 are going out. Maybe June of next year is when you're actually going to get the machine. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see from here on out. But if you are an Indiegogo backer, I mean no ill will towards you. I really don't. In fact, I feel angry for you. But I would genuinely, if we take anything from this article or anything from this video that I'm making right now, I want to know how you feel. You put down $300 to $400 on this thing, and you've been patiently, or maybe impatiently, waiting for so much as a scrap of information. Never mind the product in which you purchased. I'm really excited about the Amico. I put $100 down on that, and I got money saved up to pay for the remainder once it is released, when it is released. And I'm super excited about that. And if the tables were turned and this was the experience I was having, I would genuinely be upset. I would not be like internet raging mad. I mean, of course, I'd probably make my video at 12, but I would be very outspoken, and I would be a little bit hurt. I would be all kinds of frustrated, and I would be mad. I would have so many. I'd be running the gamut of what was it, the 7 stages of loss, you know, to the point of acceptance that I probably won't have that thing, or it'll take me forever, and by the time I get it, I won't be excited about it anymore. And I think I don't know. I think that's the other issue. Are you really going to be that excited about it when it finally shows up after all this? And maybe you will. Maybe you'll be like, yes, it's finally here, and you'll blow a load, and your head will explode, and the neighbors will have to fucking get hazmat out there because you live all alone, and no one will know you were gone for fucking 6 weeks, and your body rotted on the fucking living room floor right next to your unopened VCS. But regardless of the case, honestly, let me know. Let me know down in the comments below. How do you feel? Well, I'm being respectful to you. We're having a conversation. Don't come at me, you fucking piece of shit. Fucking VCS is gonna be awesome. It's gonna take over the world and become fucking self-aware. And I want to know how you feel. And that's I genuinely do care. I do care. Let me know any of your other thoughts down below. We all know everyone hates the VCS. We all know everyone likes the VCS. I want to know your actual thoughts about this update. And guys, I hope you're doing well. I genuinely do. I've been wearing that Jason mask out and about. I've been getting some pretty interesting reactions. None that I was really hoping for. And I'm glad there's been no confrontations, but I've been wearing the Jason mask, and there's a few design flaws that we'll get to here in a little bit. Because there's no forehead piece. It wants to push out like this, and it's digging into the bridge of my nose, so I have to wear the straps up and over and not behind my head. But either way, guys, I hope you're doing well. Saturday, hope you have a great weekend. And until next time, guys, thanks so much for watching. Take care. Creep it real. Thumbs up, thumbs down. All feedback to the Creep's positive. And bye-bye.